Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the House of Representatives. This is your state representative, Kerry Condotta. It seems a little slow and quiet. A few pictures being taken, not much action on the floor right now, but that'll change very soon, as you know. I thought this might be a good time to kind of review the procedure about how this system works. Right now, bills are being introduced, what we call an intro sheet every morning. We get an intro sheet with new bills that are coming out. Initially, it started very slow in this session. It's starting to pick up a bit, but the volume of bills does seem a little lower than normal. Of course, that's the case because there isn't additional money. The budget is what it is, and there isn't additional money for new programs. So a lot of bills that cost anything are not being run this year. Most of these bills that are being run are policy bills and don't affect the budget. Now, there are exceptions to that. So where do these bills go? Well, they're referred to committees, and each of us serves on 2, 3, sometimes 4 committees, and we hear those bills. These are House committees at the time, and we will have hearings on certain bills. That's up to the chairman of the committee, and then those bills, if they are exec'd out, we call it executive session. If we take them out of committee and they're voted forward, they will come to the Rules Committee for decision to come to the floor. So when the committee's work is done in the House, when we've run the committees and moved all the bills through, we will come to the floor and begin to vote. Some of this will overlap just a bit. Remember, once the bills come off the House floor, they have to go back and go through the entire procedure again in the Senate. So they'll be introduced to the Senate committees. The Senate committees will hear those bills and then exec them out to the Senate floor. If a bill makes it through that entire process and it's the same on both sides and hasn't been amended, then it would go to the governor's desk. However, if any changes are made, it must come back to the original House. So if the Senate makes changes in the bills, it would have to come back to the House. So we have a lot of work to do, a lot of work ahead of us in this 105-day session. Now, of course, the big concern is the budget. Right now, we are working on the supplemental budget. This is hopefully the last adjustment on the current budget. Next will be the big budget you've heard so much about. That will happen mostly behind doors, but you'll start to see the committee pieces coming together very soon. We'll keep you posted every week right here on what's going on in Olympia. It should be quite an interesting session, and we're looking forward to making progress this year, even under the conditions that we have. Seems like the optimism here is still pretty good, that we can work together to solve some of these problems in the near future and hopefully get out of here on time with a budget that everyone can agree on. I also believe the economy will improve in the near future, and hopefully we won't be back in this situation for some time to come. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you next week. This is your state representative, Kerry Condotta.